The hidden triggers lose their power the moment they're no longer hidden. By making them visible, you take back control. You give your body the best chance to absorb, rebuild, and thrive, no matter your age. And once you adjust these details, the benefits start to show, not in years, but often within weeks. Energy returns, muscles feel stronger, and digestion becomes smoother. These are the kinds of changes that keep you active, balanced, and fully alive in the years ahead. Smarter pairings are where the power of food truly comes alive. The human body is not just a machine that takes in nutrients, it's a finely tuned system that responds to balance, timing, and synergy. When you pair foods wisely, you don't just add nutrition, you multiply it. This is why some people can eat the same foods as others but experience better energy, stronger muscles, and sharper focus. The secret isn't always what you eat, but how you combine it. Take protein and vitamin C, for example. Iron from plant-based sources like spinach or beans isn't always easy for the body to absorb. But when you combine those foods with something rich in vitamin C, like bell peppers, citrus, or tomatoes, the absorption skyrockets. A spinach salad with lemon juice or beans with salsa is far more effective for building strength and preventing fatigue than eating those foods alone. It's a small shift that turns a basic meal into a healing one. Protein and healthy fats are another powerful pair. Protein provides the amino acids your muscles need, but without fats, your body can't produce the hormones required for repair and growth. Eggs paired with avocado or salmon with olive oil create a steady release of energy and keep blood sugar stable. The fat slows digestion, ensuring protein is absorbed more efficiently, and it keeps you satisfied longer. This matters because one of the biggest challenges in aging is fluctuating blood sugar, which weakens muscles and drains energy. Pairing protein with healthy fats solves both problems in one step. Another smart pairing is magnesium and vitamin D. Vitamin D helps the body absorb calcium, but without magnesium, it struggles to activate. Together, they protect bones, support muscles, and improve sleep. Eating foods like almonds, pumpkin seeds, or dark chocolate alongside fatty fish or fortified foods gives your body what it needs to use vitamin D effectively. Seniors who get enough of both often report fewer cramps, steadier balance, and better recovery after activity. Fiber and probiotics also form a powerful team. Fiber from vegetables, legumes, and whole grains feeds the good bacteria in your gut. Probiotics from yogurt, kefir, or fermented vegetables use that fiber to thrive. Together, they build a strong digestive system, improve nutrient absorption, and reduce inflammation. Poor gut health often shows up as bloating, brain fog, or even muscle loss because nutrients never fully reach the bloodstream. But when fiber and probiotics work together, digestion strengthens and the body becomes more efficient at pulling energy from food. Smarter pairings also mean knowing when to separate foods. Calcium and iron, as mentioned before, don't work well together in the same meal. So, instead of pairing cheese with steak, eat cheese or yogurt at a different time of day. This allows both minerals to do their jobs without canceling each other out. It's not about restriction, but about timing. When you place foods in the right order, the body rewards you with more strength and energy. Even hydration can be paired wisely. Herbal teas with calming properties like chamomile or peppermint work better in the evening when paired with a light protein snack to promote restful sleep. Green tea, with its antioxidants, pairs well earlier in the day alongside a meal rich in omega-3 fats, amplifying its anti-inflammatory effects. Timing hydration and choosing the right pair for the right moment means you're not just drinking water or tea, you're using it as a tool to guide energy, digestion, and rest. A classic example of smarter pairing is turmeric with black pepper. Turmeric's active compound, curcumin, is poorly absorbed alone. But when combined with piperine from black pepper, absorption can increase by over 2,000%. Adding just a pinch of pepper to a turmeric dish transforms its potential. For seniors wanting to reduce joint stiffness or inflammation, this simple combination can bring noticeable relief without the side effects of harsher options. The key to smarter pairings is mindfulness. Instead of looking at a plate as random items placed together, see it as a system of ingredients working with or against each other. Ask yourself, does this combination help absorption, stabilize energy, or reduce stress on the body? If the answer is yes, you're supporting healing. If not, a small adjustment can make all the difference. When you adopt smarter pairings, meals stop being just food and become medicine for the body. The muscles you want to strengthen, the energy you want to reclaim, and the clarity you hope to preserve are all influenced by how nutrients work together. Every meal becomes an opportunity to feed your body in the most effective way possible. And the beauty of this approach is that it doesn't require restriction, expensive supplements, or complicated plans, just awareness and small shifts. By practicing smarter pairings daily, you create a foundation of strength, resilience, and vitality that carries into every part of life. Energy lasts longer, digestion feels smoother, sleep improves, and muscles rebuild more effectively. These pairings aren't about chasing perfection, they're about making the most of what you already eat. The body has an incredible ability to heal and strengthen itself when given the right tools. Smarter pairings are one of the simplest, most powerful tools available, and they're in reach at every meal. Daily application is where knowledge becomes transformation. It is one thing to understand what foods are better, which pairings work, and what to avoid, but it is another to bring that awareness into the flow of daily life. Real change happens not in grand gestures, but in the quiet choices that shape your meals, your habits, and your routines day after day. The body responds to consistency, and even small adjustments, repeated daily, begin to shift energy, strength, and resilience in ways that become undeniable over time. One of the simplest ways to apply this knowledge is at breakfast, because that meal sets the tone for the entire day. Instead of grabbing toast and coffee alone, think about adding a protein that pairs well with a healthy fat. Scrambled eggs with avocado or Greek yogurt with berries and flaxseed provide not just protein, but a slow release of energy. This kind of meal prevents the mid-morning crash that often pushes people toward sugary snacks. Adding a sprinkle of cinnamon to your coffee or tea can further support blood sugar balance, and these small changes taken together begin to stabilize your body from the moment you wake. At lunch, daily application means thinking in terms of nutrient absorption. A salad, for instance, is just raw vegetables unless it is paired with something that unlocks their potential. Adding olive oil to leafy greens helps the body absorb fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K. Adding citrus or tomatoes enhances iron absorption from spinach or beans. These combinations make a light meal work harder for you. Instead of feeling hungry an hour later, you feel nourished and steady. Applying these pairings daily ensures that every bite has a purpose, giving your body the materials it needs for repair and energy. Snacks are often where people lose momentum, but daily application can turn them into powerful tools. A handful of almonds with a few slices of apple pairs protein and fiber, balancing blood sugar and providing satiety. A small bowl of yogurt with pumpkin seeds brings together probiotics, protein, and magnesium, all of which help digestion and muscle health. By preparing these snacks ahead of time, you eliminate the temptation to reach for processed options that drain energy rather than sustain it. Dinner is the final opportunity in the day to give the body what it needs before rest and recovery. Pairing a lean protein with colorful vegetables and a healthy fat creates a meal that supports muscle repair overnight. Grilled salmon with roasted vegetables drizzled in olive oil is a classic example. Adding turmeric and a pinch of black pepper can reduce inflammation, helping joints and muscles recover more easily. A warm cup of herbal tea afterward supports digestion and signals the body to begin winding down. By applying this approach every evening, you prepare your body for restorative sleep, which is just as important as nutrition for muscle and energy. Daily application also extends beyond food. Movement paired with nutrition creates even stronger results. A short walk after meals aids digestion, lowers blood sugar, and improves circulation. Light resistance exercises combined with a protein-rich snack afterward provide the perfect environment for muscle repair. Stretching paired with deep breathing before bed signals the nervous system to relax, making sleep deeper and more restorative. These daily practices are small in effort, but significant in outcome when repeated consistently. Hydration is another overlooked area where application matters. Drinking plain water is valuable, but pairing it wisely with timing and other elements multiplies its benefits. A glass of water with lemon in the morning supports digestion and liver function. Herbal teas in the evening provide hydration while calming the nervous system. Electrolyte-rich fluids after exercise ensure water actually moves into the muscles where it is needed. By being intentional with hydration daily, the body becomes better at regulating temperature, circulation, and energy. Consistency is what ties everything together. A single smart meal may feel good, but the body thrives on repeated patterns that reinforce healing and strength. Applying the principles of smarter pairings and nutrient timing daily creates a foundation that builds steadily over weeks and months. Muscles begin to feel stronger, energy more stable, sleep more refreshing, and mood more balanced. The change is rarely instant, but it is lasting because it grows from repetition. The truth is that daily application does not require complicated plans, strict rules, or expensive supplements. It requires mindfulness, small adjustments, and an attitude of steady practice. A little preparation, a little awareness, and the willingness to be consistent can completely reshape how the body feels and functions. The goal is not perfection, but progress, and when these practices become part of the rhythm of life, the results speak for themselves. By bringing these lessons into daily living, every meal and every choice becomes an opportunity to strengthen. Most people think combining healthy foods is always safe, but mix the wrong ones together and your body pays the price. Today, I'll show you why and what to do instead. When it comes to health, small choices create big results. Even simple meals can either fuel your energy or quietly slow you down. The surprising truth? Some common combinations that look healthy on the surface actually work against your body. They can block nutrient absorption, stress digestion, and leave you more tired instead of energized. The good news is, once you understand the science, the fix is easy. You don't need complicated diets or expensive supplements, you just need to know what works well together and what doesn't. In this video, I'll break it all down for you, step by step. You'll see how to protect your energy, keep your digestion smooth, and get the full benefit of the foods you love. And at the end, I'll point you to another simple change that can take your health even further. Most people believe that health is determined by what you eat, not how you eat it. But the truth is, the combinations you put on your plate can be just as important as the ingredients themselves. Think of your digestive system like a busy highway. Every nutrient, protein, fat, carbohydrates, vitamins, minerals, has its own lane, its own rules, and its own timing. When you send everything rushing onto the road at once, traffic jams happen. Some nutrients crash into each other. Others get pushed aside, never making it to their final destination. This is the overlooked cause of so many problems seniors face with energy, digestion, and nutrient absorption. As the body ages, digestion naturally slows down. Stomach acid isn't as strong as it once was. Enzyme production drops. Even the movement of food through the intestines takes longer. All of this means your system can't handle the same stress it did at 40 or 50. If the wrong foods are combined, they don't break down properly. Instead of nourishing you, they ferment, create bloating, or leave essential vitamins trapped and unavailable. You might eat a nutrient-rich meal, but still feel weak or fatigued because your body never got the chance to actually use what was inside. This overlooked cause also explains why many seniors develop what feels like random sensitivities. Suddenly, foods you've eaten your whole life start making you uncomfortable. It's not always the food itself. It's the way that food is interacting with what's on your plate beside it. For example, pairing certain proteins with starches can lead to incomplete digestion. Fats combined with the wrong fiber sources may slow nutrient release. Even something as simple as mixing calcium-rich foods with iron-heavy ones can leave your body unable to fully absorb either. The science is clear. Nutrient absorption is competitive. When two or more nutrients use the same pathway in the body, one often wins and the other gets left behind. Imagine trying to push two large objects through a single doorway at the same time. One gets stuck and neither moves smoothly. That's what happens in your digestive system when conflicting food combinations enter together. You don't just lose efficiency, you lose opportunity for real health. Over time, this creates a silent drain. Energy dips become normal, muscles weaken, recovery slows, joints feel stiffer, and mental clarity dulls. Many people mistake this for aging itself, but in reality, it's the body struggling to pull nutrients out of meals that were poorly paired in the first place. And because the body is resilient, you may not notice the damage immediately. It builds gradually until the gap between what you eat and what you absorb becomes wide enough to affect your daily life. The good news is that once you understand this overlooked cause, you can change the pattern quickly by avoiding combinations that cancel each other out and focusing on pairings that support one another. You help digestion become more efficient. Your body doesn't need to fight against itself just to process a meal. Instead, nutrients flow where they're supposed to go, energy is released smoothly, and the foods you eat start working for you again. This isn't about restriction or giving up favorite foods. It's about awareness. Think of it as rearranging furniture in a room. The same items are there, but now the space feels open, balanced, and functional. That's what happens when you stop overloading your digestive system with conflicting combinations. Meals become cleaner, lighter, and easier to process. So, the overlooked cause of nutrient loss and low energy isn't always poor diet or aging, it's the hidden stress of food combinations that don't work together. And once you know this, you hold the key to changing how every bite supports your body. This one insight can make all the difference between meals that simply fill you and meals that actually fuel you. Why it matters comes down to a simple truth. What you eat only helps if your body can use it. Food isn't just about flavor or fullness, it's about fuel. Every cell in your body runs on nutrients, proteins to repair, fats to protect, vitamins and minerals to power reactions that keep you alive. But if those nutrients never make it through digestion and into your bloodstream, they're wasted. That's the part most people miss. You could be eating what looks like a perfect diet, yet still feel tired, weak, or stuck because your body can't extract what it needs. This matters even more with age. In your 70s, your body doesn't bounce back the way it once did. Digestion slows. Stomach acid isn't as strong. Enzyme production decreases. The ability to recover from poor food choices shrinks. Every nutrient you miss shows up more noticeably in your energy, your balance, your sleep, even your mood. What might have been a small inconvenience at 50 becomes a real limitation at 70. That's why food combinations that block absorption or create stress are so damaging. They're not just upsetting your stomach, they're setting you back in ways that affect your daily life. Consider how energy works. You rely on a steady flow of glucose, fats, and amino acids to keep your muscles moving and your brain sharp. If your body struggles to digest a meal, that flow becomes uneven. You might feel a burst of energy, followed by a crash, or you might feel weighed down and sluggish for hours. Over time, these patterns affect your endurance, your mental clarity, and your ability to stay active. And when you're older, every bit of energy counts. Even a small improvement in nutrient absorption can translate into noticeable gains in vitality. Muscle health is another reason this matters. Muscle is the currency of aging. It protects your bones, supports your joints, and keeps your metabolism alive. Yet muscles can only grow or maintain if they get a steady supply of amino acids. If your meal combinations interfere with protein absorption, you're left with less raw material to build muscle. This is one reason seniors often experience muscle loss despite eating enough food. The issue isn't quantity, it's efficiency. By paying attention to how foods interact, you can help your body actually use the protein you're eating. Bone strength depends on this too. Calcium, magnesium, vitamin D, and vitamin K all work together to maintain bone density. But certain combinations can block calcium absorption or compete for the same pathways. For example, iron and calcium often interfere with each other. If they arrive together in the same meal, one will win and the other will lose. For a senior, missing out on calcium regularly can mean weaker bones and a higher risk of falls. The details matter. Small choices about what goes on your plate today can influence whether you stay steady and strong tomorrow. Even the brain relies on this process. Neurotransmitters, the chemicals that allow your brain cells to communicate, are built from amino acids. The fats in your diet help insulate those brain cells and protect against decline. But if meals block the absorption of these nutrients, your brain feels it. That can show up as forgetfulness, mood changes, or slower reaction times. Seniors often assume this is just aging. In many cases, it's the cumulative effect of years of poor absorption. Fixing combinations won't stop aging, but it can sharpen the mind and preserve focus. Sleep and recovery are also tied to this. Magnesium, tryptophan, and B vitamins all help regulate sleep cycles and relaxation. If digestion is compromised, these nutrients don't reach the brain in effective amounts. That means restless nights, difficulty falling asleep, or waking up without feeling restored. When your meals work with your body instead of against it, sleep quality improves, and every system benefits from that deeper recovery. Ultimately, why it matters is because food is information. Every bite sends a signal to your body, either to build health or to block it. Poor combinations send mixed signals, creating confusion and inefficiency. Better combinations send clear instructions: repair, restore, energize. At 70, you can't afford wasted signals. You need every meal to count. This isn't about perfection, it's about making small, smarter choices that add up over time. A little consistency with the right approach can shift how you feel day to day. So why it matters is simple. Your health isn't only about what you eat, but how your body can use it. By paying attention to combinations, you maximize the value of every bite, protect your strength, support your brain, and keep your energy steady. The older you get, the more powerful these small choices become. What may seem like a detail today could be the difference between just getting through the day or actually thriving in it tomorrow. The hidden triggers are the small details that quietly work against your health without you realizing it. They're not the obvious dangers you read about in headlines. Instead, they're subtle food pairings or habits that seem harmless but gradually chip away at your strength and energy. When you're younger, your body often has the resilience to handle these mistakes. But as you age, these hidden triggers become louder, showing up as fatigue, muscle loss, brain fog, or poor sleep. The problem isn't always the food itself, it's how